This design is a custom request that I received because it has very specific colors. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a ladies t-shirt, so it's a bit more picky with finding the center locations. So you have to pay a little more attention and kind of look at it really close. Still under the armpits, but you usually need to spread it out a little more in order to find the centers of the locations. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this inside out. And then remark those locations. And then we'll take the marks on each side to get the center of the front. Pull the sleeves through like always. Make sure there's not too many wrinkles there. Go back, pull that across, try to smooth that out. And then pull the center points. And then hope that's as wrinkle free as possible. It's a little bit right there, but that's okay. The tricky part is the arm because of how they're cut versus just a standard t-shirt. The best I can offer is either keep going back and forth on it until you get it just how you want it, or just kind of accept that this is the way it's going to be. Right, that's pretty close right there. It's off maybe a ½ an inch at one point. Alright, so this is a Y zipper, so I'm probably going to begin the Y right about here. So I'm actually going to pull this zipper fairly close. It's still pretty wide because that's about 3/4 of an inch or so. And I'm going to Y deep into the collarbone. Okay. So I'll smooth this up a little whenever it comes time to actually fold it. But that'll work for now. Alright, so let's get to folding this. It's a standard accordion fold. Look, it folded itself. And these are about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And I'm going to pinch these up so that I can try to keep these as straight as possible without having to do a lot of touch-up. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Move this a little. There's always going to need to be a little touch up on it. So let's go ahead and get the sinew. Alright, see if we can pull this taut. This is the start of a new roll of sinew, and those tend to not catch very well. Let's pull that. There we go. Okay. And because of the final look I'm looking for on this, I'm actually going to run another layer of sinew right next to it, close to the edge, but enough to where it won't slip. There's a tendency to slip off the edge if you get too close. Okay. Pull that. And then I'm actually going to X this. I know a standard zipper doesn't X, but I do this a lot on zippers. Okay. So I'm going to pull this out. Actually, I'm going to pull this a little bit and wrap it loosely. Pretty loose tie right there. Just enough so that it catches. And then the rest of this is going to be a scrunch. So I'll pull this out enough to tie it off. Just so it doesn't get in the way. And then pull this out and try to make this into a scrunch. And because of the look I'm going for, I'm spending quite a bit more time with this scrunch than I normally do. And when it's done, it's almost like a brain pattern. Except for this section right here. Let's try this one again. Basically, I'm pulling up and tucking under to create this brain look. So let's get some rubber bands and tie this off. Let's try to tuck that under a little. There we go. And try to get that fairly tight. Okay, now we have this section right here, which is the part around the neck. I'm going to try and pull that out a little bit, and then scrunch this as much as possible in the same type of pattern. That's a lot easier said than done. Because of how little you have to work with. I know on a lot of these designs lately, when I've been using the rubber bands, they've been popping a lot. That's because I tend to reuse the rubber bands a few times before swapping out, and these have been used for bleach at one point or another, so that's why they are popping. Alright. Okay, that one's ready to go. For the non-zipper section, I'm going with Ecru and chamois and possibly some amber waves. I'm undecided. For the zipper section, amber waves, rust brown, oxblood red, and then for the collar section around the neck will be the oxblood red and better black. A very small amount of the better black. So I'm going to put the cardboard around it and get started. Okay, I'll let this sit until it melts through, then we'll flip it over and do a slightly different method for the other side. Okay, so the first side is melted. I'm going to flip this. Now for the second side, since I want the colors to be more spread out, especially on the everything but the zipper, I'm going to apply the ice first on this side, and I'll probably apply the dye first on the zipper part, just because I want that more defined. So here we go. Okay, so I'll let this finish melting all the way through, and then I'll let it sit for 18 to 24 more hours. It's been about 24 hours since the ice last melted, so let's go ahead and do the washout. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, and that's the bloody zipper. Get that washed out completely and see how that looks.